Hello, today I am going to show you how to enter the information for your comprehensive normal physical assessment pediatric individual skill evaluation, which appears in the yellow column of Table 2 of the Appendix G document. You will log into Platinum Planner utilizing the credentials that you entered when you set up your Platinum Planner and EMStesting.com access by clicking on the Login link at the top right of the page. Once you log in, you will be directed to the PlatinumEd.com dashboard as you currently see on my screen. You will not have as many options as you see on my screen under the EMS testing and Platinum Planner sections of the page. Under the Platinum Planner section of the dashboard, you will click on the Student Role link. You will be directed to the Student Home section of Platinum Planner. About halfway down the page, under the items which may require your attention area, you will find labs, scenarios, and opportunities that require your attention. Labs are assessments that normally involve a specific skill. Scenarios are more comprehensive assessments of your psychomotor knowledge, and opportunities are your clinical and field shifts. You will click on the Lab is Ready to be Documented link. You will be directed to the Student Manage Labs area of Platinum Planner website. You want to click on the Edit Documentation under the Actions column. You will now see all the skills that are being assessed during that particular lab. For this video's purposes, we are going to click on the Comprehensive Normal Physical Assessment Pediatric skill. According to Appendix G, you must complete and record 2 of these skills at a minimum. Once you click on the skill, you will see the green Add New Attempt button. Click on that button. A skill form box will pop up at this point with the components of that skill. Choose the time that the skill was completed in military time. And for the purposes of today, we will say that this skill was completed at 10:04 a.m. this morning. The age of the patient, and if you know the patient's age, otherwise pick Not Applicable, and we will pick Not Applicable today. The patient type, which your choices are Not Applicable, Cadaver, Live, which would be utilizing a live human, Low Fidelity, which is a mannequin that does not contain computer components, and High Fidelity, which is a mannequin that contains computer components. For the purposes of today's lab, we will pick Low Fidelity. Next, you will need to pick the type of reviewer. Your choices will be My Instructor, or there is a listing of the students in your class. For the purposes of this lab, we will pick My Instructor. You will now enter your rating for each of the components on the skill form. For ease of use, the number 2 is already chosen for each component. If you feel that the rating should be less than a 2, please indicate that. Next, you will choose any critical criteria. You must also enter the evaluator's name. Or if it's a peer evaluator, you will enter the peer evaluator name. You will scroll down the page to the critical criteria. Please note that if you do choose a critical criteria, that could warrant a failing grade on the skill. Now you must choose the student's self-evaluation as either successful or unsuccessful. It is only unsuccessful if you earn less than a 78% on the skill attempt. You will once again type in your evaluator's name. Since we are using My Instructor, I have entered my name in there. There is no need to put in the evaluator signature. If you chose a fellow classmate, their name will get entered in the evaluator name spot. Now you must choose successful or unsuccessful at the bottom of the page. Finally, you will hit the Save button. And you now are returned to the Student Edit Lab Documentation screen, and you see that the skill that we just entered is listed here. Once you are done entering all of your skills for the lab night, you will click on the Submit Lab tab as seen on my screen. You may type a message to your instructor if needed. Please read the statement about reviewing your documentation prior to submitting the lab, and then click on the blue Submit Documentation button. Any comments should be constructive. I am not going to submit the documentation because I have more labs to enter for today. Once you hit the Submit Documentation button, the documentation will be submitted to either your instructor or a classmate to review if you have chosen a classmate. If you have chosen a classmate as the evaluator, that classmate will need to review the documentation for accuracy before they submit the documentation to the instructor for review and acceptance or denial. Please watch additional videos on how to enter other skills in Platinum Planner on the Paramedic YouTube page.